There are plenty of buzzworthy films right now out on both streaming and in theaters, so producer Charlie joins me now for this week's edition of Cinema Corner. So where do we start?
Buzzworthy is very true. Very true for this week. Okay, so pushing Sinners out of #1 at the box office, we have Thunderbolts.
This is all over my feed for some reason.
As it should be.
Yeah.
So this is the newest film in the Marvel franchise.
Okay.
So after finding themselves ensnared in a death trap, an unconventional team of anti-heroes must embark on a dangerous mission that will force them to confront the darkest corners of their past. So this is a star-studded cast.
Yeah, surprising.
Yes.
Some of the cast as well, yeah.
We have Florence Pugh, which I absolutely love her. She's great. Sebastian Stan, Wyatt Russell, Hannah John Kamen, Louis Pullman, Geraldine Viswanathan, David Harbour, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Amazing.
She's the most shocking, I think, cast to me. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, see, they've slowly been building her character up. This is
Okay.
her first, big appearance.
Yeah.
She's been in a few post-credit scenes since it was her introduction, kind of.
Okay, that makes
so,
sense.
Io Edebree was actually supposed to be in this, though. But due to, a lot of the filming was pushed back because of all the strikes and everything that happened. So Geraldine took her place.
Oh.
So.
Well, thankful for Geraldine, but we are Io
Right.
fans in this
It
house.
would have been very interesting to see Io Edebree in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, for
hopefully she
sure.
gets to appear
Maybe
at some
another-
point.
yeah.
Yes. So this is Marvel's 36th film.
That's crazy.
There are 36. So here's
As
my...
old as you. I'm just kidding. He's not.
I'm not 36, yes. Well, here's the thing, though, too. The Marvel movie started in 2008 with Iron Man.
Wow.
So it hasn't been 36 years.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I
but
know.
still.
But here's my recommendation on what to watch
Okay.
for Thunderbolts. You should watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Black Widow, Hawkeye. You could probably skip, but I would recommend just for Yelena's story that's in there, and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Can you create a timeline for me of the movies I need to watch, all 36 Marvel Universe, what makes sense, and I'll just start, and then in 3 years I'll be done with all of them.
Well, so here's the thing. If you go to Disney Plus, they have them in chronological order
Do they really?
of how they take place in the universe.
Oh.
Yeah, I love watching anything chronologically.
Maybe I would like that too, because I really do like Marvel films, but now it's been so long since I've really kept
Yeah.
up. So now I just feel like I'm so far behind that I'm I don't understand any of it.
Yeah, so Disney Plus has them in an order for you.
And that's your tip of the day.
So, and that includes the TV shows too. So,
cool.
you can watch everything in the proper order. So, easy peasy lemon squeezy,
All right, perfect.
So, Thunderbolts is honestly super good,
Yeah.
super fun movie. Top Marvel movie for me. And I think a lot of people, it's been very raved about. I think a lot of people weren't expecting it to be as good as it is.
Yeah.
They were kind of like, oh, this is just a random assembly of people, characters. It's going to be meh.
Yeah.
But so good.
Yeah, I love that.
It does very well at depicting loneliness and mental struggle,
Oh, okay.
and which is very
Fitting.
fitting, I
Yeah.
couldn't think of the word, for May because it is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Very cool. I love that.
So I will say I think Florence Pugh shines. She is kind of our main leading lady for this. She actually is very insistent. The opening scene of this film, her character Elena just steps off a building and skydives down. Florence was, they were going to cut that scene, but Florence was very insistent on actually filming the scene. And she did the stunt herself where she jumped off the second tallest building in the world, the Merdeka 118, which is 2,227 feet high.
Absolutely not.
I could not do it either,
She's
but
like the female version of Tom Cruise.
exactly. I
doing
think
her
I
own
saw some
stunts
people
now.
comparing her to that.
Yeah.
So I just applaud Florence for doing her own stunts like that too. Be very interesting to what, maybe she will be the next Tom
Where
Cruise.
is that building? Do you know?
I think it's Malaysia.
Okay.
Don't quote me, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's Malaysia.
We'll look it up later. That's so interesting, though. What about the budget on this?
So budget for it was 180 million, and it's already reached worldwide 162.1 million.
Wow.
And it just came out this last weekend.
Oh my,
so
incredible.
It's probably only going to surpass it since a lot of
yeah.
people don't get to watch opening weekend. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. I think even if you went into it, it's a very well standalone movie too. You don't need to know all those backstories and everything. It'll help you a little bit, but it does very well being standalone.
Yeah.
2 post-credit scenes.
Okay.
The last one, very, very, very good. I won't spoil anything, but I will say it was filmed. It's been reported that it was filmed on the set of Avengers Doomsday, which is currently filming to release next year. So very exciting. Cannot wait to see
Ah!
where everything
so
goes.
Much, yes.
So moving on from Marvel,
Okay.
we have The Surfer.
Okay.
So this is an R-rated psychological thriller.
I've not heard of this at all.
It follows a man who returns to the idyllic words idyllic beach of his childhood to surf with his son. When he's humiliated by a group of locals, the man is drawn into a conflict that keeps rising and pushes him to the breaking point.
Oh.
So this stars Nicolas Cage and Julian McMahon.
Okay, Nick Cage, come on.
Yes. I will say I think Nick Cage was perfectly cast.
Okay.
Because anymore, I feel like Nick Cage has a very niche role he plays.
Yeah.
It's either himself or like some really out there crazy character.
Yeah.
And that's what this one kind of was,
Yeah.
you know. This is actually an Australian and Irish co-production, which I thought was kind of interesting.
It is interesting.
It was really good. I really liked it.
Okay.
I will say when I first watched the trailers for it, I was like, this looks psychedelic trippy. But it's not really, it's still a little trippy, especially more towards the end. But it's not like psychedelic. I was thinking like very drug-esque, but it's not really drug-related. It does hit on toxic masculinity in this film, which is, you don't see, I feel like, too much.
Yeah.
But a very fitting role for Nick Cage, like I said. Worldwide, it's only made $674.5 thousand, though.
Oh, well.
It hasn't overly been very well advertised.
I just told you I didn't even hear about it.
Exactly, and I even told you about it last week.
Oh, wow. Pay attention. So it shows you.
So, you know, it's a good one, though, too. But moving on, we're going to go to streaming for a second. I know Blake's been dying for this one. Another Simple Favor.
Yeah.
This is a rated R black comedy mystery. Stephanie Smothers and Emily Nelson reunite on the island of Capri for Emily's extravagant wedding to a rich Italian businessman, which is interrupted by murder and betrayal.
Well, of course.
So returning-wise for the cast, we have, of course, Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. And then Henry Golding also returns. He was the husband in the first one.
Yeah.
Joining the cast, we have Elizabeth Perks. She actually replaces Jean Smart as the mother from the first one.
Oh, okay.
I will say, though, she almost looks like Jean Hax still.
Yeah.
So very impressive. Then Allison Janney, who I love. And then Alex Newell and Michelle Maroney.
Interesting.
And also returning as director is Paul Feige.
Okay.
Fiji. I can't pronounce his name very well, but so I didn't realize that the sequel was greenlit back in 2018, which is right around the time the first one came out. So the sequel's been in production for these last 7 years.
Yeah.
I will say I think Blake and Anna's chemistry remains strong from the first one.
Yeah.
It's very good, very funny. I will say, timeline-wise, shooting was between March of 24 and May. And then It Ends With Us came out that fall. So all the shooting took place before the It Ends With Us drama that we've delved into so much.
Hence why the chemistry in the film between the two is probably still strong.
Yes. I haven't watched much press. I'm sure you've watched more press than I have.
I haven't seen a whole lot. I don't really know. The thing, though, is Anna Kendrick is such a professional that she's even told reporters like she won't speak on it, and it's so silly to me that people even try to ask because I'm like, you're never going to get the answer out of it. So I don't know. It's interesting.
You know, putting the Blake Lively drama aside, I will say I think it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Her outfits are a little crazy, though. I don't know if Blake had a hand in picking out her character's outfits. Pretty out there, some of them. If you want to rewatch the first one or haven't watched the first one, it's on Netflix right now, but it's leaving soon. So watch it now.
Important.
And Another Simple Favor is streaming currently on Prime Video.
All right, exciting stuff.
Okay, so moving on, this is one that comes out this weekend.
Okay.
So this is Lilly. This is a PG-13 drama biopic.
Okay.
Follows the story of Lilly Ledbetter and the groundbreaking Ledbetter versus Goodyear Tire and Rubber Co. case.
Oh.
So this kind of led to if I recall, the 2008 Fair Pay Act.
Oh.
So we have, as Lilly, Patricia Clarkson. I think she was the perfect casting. It's a very good, very feel-good, inspiring story. It's kind of crazy as you watch this. Because, I mean, this took place in the late 80s, early 90s. It's crazy to think how recent some of these events are.
Yeah.
When we think, oh, these happened in the early 1900s, you know. But no, this happened 40, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
It feels very much like a mix of movie and documentary because it has some pieces of real footage in there.
Yeah.
There's some interview of Ruth Bader Ginsburg in there, some actual footage of the congressional hearings in there. So it's a very good one, very inspiring, like I said. It premiered at the Hamptons International Film Festival in October this past year. And sadly, the real Lilly Ledbetter passed literally 2 days after the premiere at the age of 86.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, I did get to talk to Patricia Clarkson about the film, which will be on ozarksfirst.com/unscripted here this week. You should check it out. Amazing, loved her, she's great. It releases this weekend. Now also, with Lilly this weekend, a lot of things.
Yeah.
We have Fight or Flight with Josh Hartnett.
Okay.
Cloud in the Cornfield, which I'm sure Blake is dying to go watch.
Can't wait. It's on my list.
Friendship with Paul Rudd and Tim Robinson. Shadow Force. And one I'm hoping we get around here, Juliet and Romeo, which is a new take on Romeo and Juliet, but it's a musical. And Rebel Wilson plays Juliet's mom in it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm hoping we get that one.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But moving on to what's out this week on streaming. Thursday on Netflix, we have Hard Eyes, which was the Valentine's slasher.
Yeah.
And then Friday on Peacock, we have Ke Huy Quan's Love Hurts.
Oh, that'll be
Which,
good.
that one was not like my favorite, but it was still good
It was there.
and enjoyable.
Yeah. All right, well, that's it for this edition of Cinema Corner. Go check out a film in theaters or on streaming. Let us know what you think. Unscripted. We'll be right back.